comedy production is we're going to Hackamania to do a show. A guy's telling you he's going to interrupt our show.
A guy that you are fighting with all day. A guy that you are fighting with all fucking day.
I didn't even fucking say shit to him, and all of a sudden in Twitter he's going, oh, now I'm pissed off about something, and I'm going to fuck up Hackamania.
Which is retarded.
It is retarded. He shouldn't say shit like that.
No, that doesn't matter. That's nothing.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry that when a guy tells me he's going to fuck up my set at a comedy show I've been planning for like 2 months.
That would be impossible.
Yeah, I know, because I'm not funny and it's all a fucking waste of time. Do you want this show to just be like...
I don't ever want you to call me about your internet arguments. Ever again.
I'm calling you about Hackamania, a fucking comedy show that we are contractually supposed to be performing at, and that I've been told somebody's gonna fuck with our set. One of your fucking biggest fans who does whatever you fucking want, okay, it just is constant.
What do I want him to do?
He just wants to please you. He does it because he knows he has your tacit approval. He goes, oh, look, here, I've created drama. I've created something fucking for the show, and Dick's gonna laugh about it. And I go, okay, well, now I have to go, okay, is Riley going to fuck with the show? Is Riley going to, like, do something to me during the show? And if I got to think about that and plan for that, I don't want to do it. I don't want to...
Then block him. Block him on Twitter so he can't message you this shit anymore. But you don't.
Okay, if I block Riley, is he just going to stop fucking with me?
Who knows?
Okay.
But you argue with him all the time, and every time it ends in, I'm quitting. I'm not doing Hackamania anymore. Okay.
I don't want to do a fucking set if part of the set is I got a plan for a guy to fuck with me. Thankfully, Melton said, don't worry about it. We got you covered. And I said, okay,
What does that mean?
It means that whatever. He's going to make sure nothing happens during our set.
How?
We'll see.
What do you mean, we'll see? Is this another
Melton.
secret warrant situation?
No, I trust Melton. He said,
I asked
we'll
Melton,
make sure
is Riley trespassing the casino? Like, do they have a picture of him?
No one is
Is
trespassing
that what we're dealing
the
with?
casino. As long as he doesn't fuck with the fucking show,
But
then
you
there's
won't
no
block
problem.
him, will you? You won't leave that group that you're always in there arguing with him either, will you?
He keeps being like, comes back to being a normal guy, and I go, okay.
He's the one. Yeah, he's the one losing it.
How have I lost it?
Your comic went out. The comic preview went out. People were very negative, and then you started spinning out. That's what happened.
How?
Arguing with people on Twitter all day.
Which was fun, and I had no problem with it. I enjoyed arguing with Frog Tony. The only thing I didn't enjoy was a guy telling me he was going to fuck up my set at Hackamania.
Yeah. All right. Rex Sexton. Heckle Vinnie Paulino into crashing on stage. Sorry, Rex. Just EB on for 5. Vito, you're in debt. You took $100,000 and you owe people a comic book in return. Doesn't seem to bother you. Hater headquarters for 10. Here's your biggest problem: Hindu caste fascism versus Chinese communism. Everything is downstream from that. It's either all gooning Indians, 100% taxes, or factories and wuxia. You have to pick. Lord Hades for 5. Hey, Rick. I've been looking at Japanese K-trucks. If you're curious about small trucks, I am. Strategic for 2. Trucks you, no way. Trucks me. Lava D sauce for 10. Trucks are absolutely too big. Chevy needs to bring back the S10. I agree. Joe Cool for 5. Hey, Rick, I emailed you. Vito's tweet of the week under the same subject line. Hopes the show is good this week.
I think we got a great show.
Hot Fart Dingledorf for 5. 3 weeks and no YOLO shirt. I just want to give you guys money. I don't think it's going to happen. The Gentleman Sausage.
Hey.
What?
How you doing?
No, fine.
Are we good?
Yeah, it's fine. All of this is fine.
Okay. Let's just do a fucking comedy show, man.
Yeah, man, look, I think you're obviously dealing with something. I just can tell that I can tell it gets to you, and it always culminates in this obsessive calling and other weird shit and quitting and shit. Quitting a show to me, quitting a show 3 weeks out or whatever is insane.
I didn't quit because I talked to Melton and he gave me assurances that no one would fuck with our show.
This is what I got.
From who?
You.
Don't read my text to you.
Well, then, is what I'm saying true or not? Did you say you're not going or not?
Yeah, I said I'm not going. And then I changed my mind after talking to Melton.
Yeah, that's insane. That's like mental
insane.
illness, dude. I'm not going to the show that I agreed to go to for months. Now I'm suddenly going again. There's something going on there.
Yeah, what's going on is I got assurances that no one would fuck with our show. But when
that's nuts, because that's nothing.
I don't want to fucking be told, hey, there's a guy who specifically told you he's gonna come and fuck up your show,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you can do about it, and you just have to wait to see what he's gonna do. And I said, I talked to Mel, and he said, don't worry, nobody's gonna fuck with your show. And I said, oh, okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, it's like, that's nothing. That's what's so weird about it. Melton going, don't worry. It's like, yeah, people have been telling you not to worry about this shit for years.
No, people have told me just let whatever happen because anything that happens to you doesn't count.
I don't know where you're getting. That's like weird. That's like a perversion of what people are saying too. They're saying Riley's goofing around. He's just trying to fuck with you. That's it. Nothing's gonna happen.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know what he said, but I'm sure it's just like more retarded bullshit.
Telling me that you're going to risk, like, the specific phrasing was something along the lines of, now that I don't have to worry about the court case, I'm okay with risking an assault charge. I'm going to ruin Hackmania for you and everyone else.
Risking an assault charge. It's like, that's just Riley's stupid shtick. It's like, I'm gonna assault you. I'm gonna risk an assault charge. Like, yeah, it's obviously a joke.
Right, I can say, okay, I understand that this is just his stupid, goofy, fucking whatever, but it's still really fucking annoying that I have to go, okay, I'm already having trouble trying to figure out exactly what we're doing at Hackmania. I don't need an extra thing of, okay, and then when Riley...
It's just a fucking podcast. It would be funny if somebody interrupted it. That's why I don't understand what any of this is. It's just weird, man.
Because the joke isn't on you. The joke is not, hey, I'm gonna fuck with Dick. The joke is, hey, I'm gonna interrupt the show to try and fuck with Vito.
What does that... So fuck with me? Like, what do you mean fuck with?
I don't know. Something about risking an assault charge.
Like when it was your house, it was like, okay, I guess he's got something with his house, but now it's like a comedy show? People heckle comedy shows all the time.
He didn't say I'm going to heckle the show. If he said, hey, I'm gonna heckle the shit out of you, I would have said, have at it, sir.
What do you think he's gonna do?
I don't know.
You don't know so much that you're gonna cancel going to the show?
If it involves when the phrasing is I'm going to risk an assault charge, that sounds like he's going to do some form of assault.
So then you're not going to show. I mean that's the part that pisses me off. It's the some kind of assault. Call, text. Like I don't want to deal with any of this shit that is lower than retarded to me.
Right.
Like this is one guy screwing around and one guy throwing a fit because people were mean to about his comic book.
So it has nothing to do with the comic book at all.
It just happened on the same day that you're blocking Tony.
Okay, so Riley got mad that I blocked Tony, and then he goes, "I'm gonna ruin Hackmania for you." What the fuck does that have to do with a comic book?
It just seems like you're fucking tripping, dude. All this stuff seems like you're fucking tripping.
Here's what it comes down to: is I'm trying to do this with like the smallest semblance of professionalism, and part of that is. Look, we goof around, we're fucking around, whatever, but at the end of the day, I want to do a good show, I want to entertain people, and I don't want to have to think about, oh, and Riley's going to be a part of it, because he told me he's going to interject into the show and assault me and fuck up, and in his very specific words, I'm going to ruin Hackmania for everyone else. I don't care how much it pisses everyone else off as long as I can get at you, which was basically what he said, and I said, okay, well then, if you're gonna ruin Hackmania for everyone else by
then I'm gonna ruin it first by not going.
Wouldn't it be better if I just don't go and then he doesn't have a reason to ruin it for everyone? I mean, he's gonna ruin it anyway. That was his intention.
I don't want to say insane because it's insulting, and I don't know where this is coming from, but none of it makes any sense. It's definitely not professional. There's light years from professional.
What's unprofessional?
Quitting.
I didn't.
Okay.
Is the show happening? I briefly voiced concerns to Patrick Melton, and Patrick Melton said, you have nothing to worry about. So then I said, okay, then never mind. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm doing the show. Just I briefly called you and said, hey, if I really got to worry about somebody who's going to ruin the whole show.
That's not what you said at all.
So what did I say?
I'm not doing Hackmania. Okay, let me find it.
Yeah, I said I'm not going to do it because this guy's telling me he's going to ruin the whole show for everybody else. And my understanding of all this is that everyone will just go, oh, it's fine. He can do whatever he wants to you because you're Vito and you can just take it and suck it up and be the laughingstock or whatever. And I was like, well, if the show's just going to be a guy storming on stage to humiliate me and fuck with me, then I don't want to do that show. I don't think that's funny or interesting for the audience. I would rather just do a comedy show and not involve Riley in it at all.
So block him.
Okay. I'll block Riley.
Really?
Can I? Is he going to be on our Discord?
Block him.
Okay, so he can just be on the Discord and talk all his shit. And
You always have to get one over on him. It's
What
not
is
the
getting one
blocking
over
isn't
on-
enough. It's like
I just
you gotta
want him-
excise.
No.
You gotta excise him too.
I just want him to act-
You're very tricky.
no, I just want him.
Very tricky.
I just want him to have the barest level of respect to say, you know what? It's over the line to tell Vito I'm going to assault him at Hackamania.
Tell him twice. Go nuts. Go fucking nuts, Riley. Tell him twice.
So you're
2, 3, 5, 10 times.
Are you encouraged?
Oh, I'm encouraging. I'll fucking pay for it, bro. Go fucking nuts. Say whatever the fuck, everybody. Say whatever the fuck you want. Go nuts.
Yeah, have no respect.
Go nuts.
That's the show,
Have
right?
no respect for
I don't
anybody.
understand why-
Have no respect.
Do you understand like how much better this show would be if you could just not do this? Like,
Do what? Say whatever you want to everybody.
Why do you think the show is better by telling the audience, hey, just fuck with Vito endlessly?
I didn't say that. I said say whatever you want to. Don't show anybody respect.
Right. Don't show anyone respect, especially most of all Vito.
I didn't say especially. You're just adding this shit in. This is where I think something's going on in your head,
No,
dude.
I just want-
I'm trying not to pick on you, but I
I'm
think
just
something's going wrong.
I'm just asking for a small amount of respect for the fact that, you know what, I'm trying to do a great comedy show.
A
for you
quantum of
guys.
respect is too much. Give absolutely
So
none.
I deserve none.
Nobody deserves any.
So you don't deserve any either. Nobody. Yeah, right.
Oh, please,
That's what
for
you're gonna
God's
say.
sake, don't give
respect
anybody
you.
to any. Don't give anybody any. If I have a problem with what you're saying, I'll block you immediately, and I'll never unblock.
Okay.
That's a problem.
I just think we would have a better show if.
I don't care. People are assholes to me. Just block. That's it. Block.
Okay, so when I block people and then you turn it into a whole bit on the show, what's that?
That's funny.
Okay, so when you block people, who cares? Whatever. When I block people, oh, he's melting down.
Yeah, you're
he's
melting
out
down.
of control. Yes. Why, when you block people, is it like who cares?
Because it's like weird trolls that I'm blocking. Like, you're fucking like
yeah,
10
I'm blocking
numbers.
people for just making the same stupid joke over and over. And I go, okay, now I'm getting annoyed. I'll unblock you later when you're done making the same stupid joke.
Well, you're also blocking them on like the YouTube channel, so they can't super chat or watch the show.
Who did I
Your
block
Twitter is fine.
on the YouTube channel?
A bunch of guys, they still message me. I'm
Oh,
blocked. I
anyone
can't
who's
do-
blocked in the YouTube channel, why have they not messaged me? Because I can unblock them.
And why indeed?
Why do you?
I
want
don't
thi-
know.
Why do you do this?
Why do I do what?
We can just have a fun show.
Hey, I don't call you twice ever.
I know you don't want to discuss anything about the show.
I don't want to talk.
I know, and it's crazy because we could
It's
do.
not crazy 'cause
we
all
could
this
do
shit is
a
stupid,
great
man.
Show. It's not stupid.
It's really stupid.
When I'm telling you, hey, you know what's going to help me do a really good job at
I don't
Hackamania
care.
and do a great show?
I don't care. That's on you.
You should care.
No, I don't. I'm handling my shit. I'll be there to do a good show. We talk about bits all you want, but I don't want to be involved in your online arguments. I don't give a shit about them.
It's not being involved in my online arguments. It's me telling you, hey, I want to be really excited about doing Hackmania.
No, I don't care about your level of excitement. All you
when-
got to do is show up. I don't give a fuck about your level of excitement and your emotional shit about it. I'll just show up and do the bits. The bits have to be funny. That's fucking it.
Great. And I think part of doing a professional show is me not having to worry about a guy who tells me he's going to insult me on stage.
I don't give a fuck about that.
That's fine. You don't have to worry about it.
But I do, because if I don't, it's nag, 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 explosion.
I know you don't care about it, which is why I talked to Melton.
I care less today.
Yeah, but Melton cares about it. And Melton very much cares about making sure that the performers don't have to worry about anything during their sets.
They do, though.
Okay, well, Melton has told me that he will make sure that nothing happens during our set.
He's not a wizard. What's he going to do?
He has
Call
security,
security?
at the... No, there will be
It'll be
security
too late.
at the
You'll already
event.
be dead on the stage from getting a silver hammer
I don't
bashed
think I'll
through your
be
forehead.
dead.
It's very possible.
But I think they will be ready for, like, stupid hecklers who try to rush the stage or anything stupid like that.
They could be part of the show.
Whatever.
Melton doesn't have security there.
I
it
talked
could be
to Melton, and I
dead.
said,
Snap.
hey,
Dead.
There's a guy who told me he really wants to ruin Hackmania for everybody. I don't know. He's probably joking, but I said to you the same shit. I said, look, I said that in my message to you. I said, I know he's probably joking, but you know what? It really just sucks to have to worry about, like, if he's going to do something.
Yeah, so block him. Stop interacting with him.
Okay. I'll block him on Twitter.
And stop interacting with him.
He's in our Discord.
Block him. I have lots of people blocked on Discord. You never see them.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I'll block him on Discord.
And stop interacting with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Royston S. Bailey for 5. A person who buys people's junks and drives around selling. It's called a alte Zaken. Old stuff in Yiddish.
Man, this show sucks.
This is Vito's dream business. Well, we got to read the super chats. Longbow for 2. Does it hurt when your knee grows? One Wong for 5. Vito's
Can we
car
do a
guy.
reset real quick?
A reset of what?
I'm going to say one positive thing about you.
You're very funny. I thought your comic preview was great. I mean, the background
that's
is
the funniest thing you've said.
the
all
background
day.
was the background was confusing and weird, and I saw what those
Look,
guys were
I don't
saying. I
wanna
don't know
do-
why you tripped out about
I
that.
don't wanna
I wanted to
do-
do that because it's goofy
I
and
don't want
silly.
to do one of these shows where everybody comes away from it and goes, the show gonna end and everybody hates each other. I like you, I respect you, and we have very different opinions on how to do things, and that's
Vito,
fine.
you have to block these people. They
I
own you.
did, and you made a bit out of it.
No, you have to block. You have to block
I
Riley and
blocked
Ripoff verse.
Frog Tony. I blocked.
Frog Tony's he's a nice guy.
I know, I like Frog Tony,
But
but he
these-
was annoying me, so I blocked him.
Yeah, but like, you have got to get Riley out of your brain. He's so deep in there that you're not a guy who
could he
cancels
just not-
shows.
Could he not just say, like, hey, I'm going to fuck with Vito, but I'm not going to tell him I'm going to completely ruin Hackmania for him? Why does he have to say that? I thought I was okay with Riley. And he says, I'm going to... And let's be real. Hackmania is the thing I've been very excited about. Like, very excited. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to do a live show. I get to see the fans. This is the one. I get to go to Vegas, one of my favorite places.
Let me ask you something. This is very hard
And
for
then
me.
it sucks the wind out of me when a guy goes, I'm going to make sure you have a horrible time at Hackmania.
I know. Listen to me. Just listen
And I
to
go,
what
wow,
I'm
that
saying.
sucks.
Just listen to what I'm saying. This is very hard for me because I really like you, and I think the shows are very funny, and I too am excited about Hackmania.
Yes.
It seems to me like sometimes you get a little tilted, and then Riley comes in and just like hammers the weak spot, and then you explode.
Well, he says something that is insane.
Okay. But it just
I
seems
would
like
never say that to someone. Even, dude, I would even, like,
I say that shit all the time.
not to a guy who, like, fucking 2 weeks ago I was at a wedding fucking doing rails of coke with, okay?
Okay, but do you think that maybe
I thought we were having a good time.
do you think that maybe from his point of view, he thinks that you guys are also good and he's saying insane shit to like snap you out of it? Like to say like, hey, I'm gonna say even more
I
insane
don't
stuff.
know. He's like all
But do you
over the
think
fucking
maybe
place.
that could be it?
Yeah,
maybe
it could be.
Maybe he's not like communicating the way you want him to, but maybe he's doing jokes not to embarrass you or humiliate you, but to like say, hey, we're still
Well, it is to humiliate and embarrass me 100%.
a little bit, but
Like,
maybe that's good
absolutely.
sometimes, like to get a little embarrassed and say, all right, I'm overreacting. I don't know, man.
He's
You're not a
trying-
guy that cancels shows.
I've never canceled a show before. You're right, and I'm not canceling this one. But when I'm really excited for a thing, and a guy who I thought I was cool with goes, I'm gonna make sure you have the worst fucking time of your life, I go, fuck, that really makes me feel bad. I want to have a good time at this thing.
Dude, you fight with those guys too much in that
I'm
Clipperverse room.
I wasn't even fighting with him.
Yeah.
I said like one thing. I don't even remember what the fuck we were fighting about, and it immediately turns into, well, you know what? I'm coming to Hackmania, and I'm gonna fuck it up for you, dude. Again,
Yeah, that's funny.
okay. The whole thing that started with those guys, I thought we were just goofing around when I said, "Ha, your YouTube channel doesn't have any views." And
That's
then it
not
spiraled.
funny!
That is funny. Their YouTube channel fucking sucks. That's funny. All she does is make the same movie review over and over, and it's always insufferable. That's funny. And it gets no views. I don't understand why we can't laugh about that.
Well,
Okay? And I thought we were just goofing around. They went, your YouTube channel sucks. And I said, yeah, your YouTube channel sucks. And then it turned
Jesus
into,
Christ.
ah! And like
is
fucking
Vito
months
getting
of
revenge.
retarded shit.
He's so manipulative.
I always thought that, yes, I was just goofing around. But then fucking, like, they do this thing where they're like, oh, well,
Dick
I'm going to
doesn't know
fucking ruin
everything.
Hackmania. I'm going to assault you, whatever else. And I'm like, dude, I was just
They didn't
goofing
say
around.
that.
They said, I'm going to risk an assault charge. Sure. How do you risk an assault charge without committing assault?
Tickling.
Okay, she's going to tickle me.
Well, there's a yes.
That's a form of
risking an
assault.
assault. No, it's risking an assault charge. There's like a that's different than I'm gonna assault you.
Just say you're going to tickle me. That's
You guys
funny.
are both like, I'm just goofing around, but you're serious.
But I have never said to Riley, hey, I'm going to rip off your fucking head. Hey, I'm going to rape the shit out of your fucking retarded girlfriend. Like, I've
no,
never
you've said
that.
You've said that.
No, I said I was going to rape Mint?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I said that. I would never rape Mint. That's
What's someone
a
supposed to
goof.
do if they think you're spinning out?
Well, I'm not spinning. What do you mean spinning out? I was very upset because I was excited for Hackmania, and a dude told me I'm gonna fuck it up for you and the whole. He specifically said I'm gonna fuck it up for you and the whole audience, and I'm like, well, that's pretty fucked. I don't want you to do that.
That would be great.
No, he wouldn't.
What do you mean?
I
How do you
don't
fuck
want
up
that.
a whole event for everybody?
Just
That's
make
a,
it- you could
how
just
do you
make
do
it-
that?
Because we could be doing fucking something funny, and then it could get completely derailed by bullshit.
What is the show? Come on, how do you fuck up an entire event for literally everybody? You don't think maybe that would be...
I think it's fine for me to have. Look, I understand that you guys live in like psychopath land, okay?
It's not psychopath
It's psychopath land
land.
for Riley to go, I'm going to risk an assault charge to ruin your fucking show at Hackmania. And I go, bro, that's too far. That's not cool.
Sometimes I think you guys are working together on this.
Well,
Purple Possum for 5. Biggest problem in the universe is people wanting to live in a barter economy, but all they have is plastic trash for your time and effort. Johnny Rocket for 10. I'll be at Road Rage. I will harass Carl. I was banned from his Discord for saying Vito wasn't a pedophile.
I remember that. That was a while ago.
Still up for 10. Yeah, one of Carl's mods hates you.
Oh, Johnny Rocket, I'll unban. I didn't realize you were defending my honor in Carl's Discord. Now I have to unblock you.
Oh, he's blocked too?
Yeah, Johnny Rocket's been blocked for a while.
Why would you block him? He's like really creative.
I won't bring up why.
Oh, man. Crabzula for 10. To find out what's wrong with your car, put it up for sale. A car guy will come check it out and tell you exactly what's wrong. Hopes of getting a deal, then cancel
I was
the
trying
sale.
I was trying to be nice to Johnny Rocket. I really was. I was like, oh, maybe me and Johnny Rocket are cool again, and then I guess we're not for some reason.
Do you find that this happens a lot?
Yeah, people really, for some reason, look, I'm
pick
not going
on
to take
you.
responsibility for that.
Lucian
I
Stumpy
tried to
20.
contact Indiegogo to find out what happened with this campaign, and I guess that was.
Oh, and then you said Johnny has your money. I saw this.
yeah.
Okay.
But is he getting their money? It sounds like he's getting their money. Am I
He has
incorrect?
he has no idea where the money is. Indiegogo has it.
So Indiegogo has not communicated to him at all where the money is. It's not in transit.
Bro, you've dealt with these people, the big companies. They just
Yeah,
shut
but
your
I don't,
account down.
I don't think. I don't know.
See, some people would be offended that you're implying that he might know where the money is. Just saying. If you don't know for sure, I would not say.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, Johnny Rocket for 10. Vito, a guy with swastika tattoos, is not a Nazi. Nunu the same for 5. Getting Richard WPT crossover and PKA this week is great. How is the pig going to fight with Yellow Flash and have any room to stand on this? The pig sucks. All right. Strategery for 5. Imagine having. I knew this episode was going to be bad because Yellow Flash's Comic was out, and every time those fuckers do something stupid, we always have a big crisis. Strategery for 5. Imagine having a car problem that costs $100 for a mechanic to fix, but instead you give $20 to some M&Ms to Vito's car guy. And he trucks dicks in my ass. How about that? Coof for 5. Vito, they're literally criminalizing gang affiliation in the 80s.
I know. They need to undo that. That's a bad law.
Rhinoxus for 2. LGBTQ MS-13. Maybe. Enormous cunt for 5. The U.S. government recognizes MS-13 as a terrorist organization. Why is Vito defending actual literal terrorists?
It's good I did my second problem immediately after, which is terrorism haters.
Yeah, you did.
I like terrorism.
On the John.
If the
for
white guys
10.
are doing terrorism, you love it.
Depends.
It depends.
If they're locking up J6 guys, then no. For 10, buy the Maniac, despite anything Vito might say.
Buy the Maniac, available. I've never said anything bad about the Maniac.
Stephen Off. These guys are all confused.
I've never said anything bad about the Maniac at all.
Steven Alvarez for 2. Vito doesn't know. He has excuses for 3K members. I don't know what that means. Sigma for 10. Vito wants the black moviegoer experience, throwing stuff, talking over the movie, and yelling the N-word. Hey, this is Big Eatin' Beans. I want that experience.
I do want that experience. If anything, when I hear about black people yelling in a movie theater, I go, I should see more movies in the ghetto.
I know. I wish they would have, like, one theater that was just, like, epoxy
Have a black
covered.
theater. Why not?
Ivana Jerkoff, men for 8. How much for Vito to dress up as Frogan next week? Well, you guys got to send it in. Ulim Uvanaki.
I think more troops should get PTSD.
Uvo.
That's her big thing, right?
If they don't have PTSD, then they could have fought a little harder. For 10, Ocean's 9/11.
Ocean's 9/11.
Oh, that's great.
That's really good.
Bazooka for 5. I owner at Bailong Buffet.
Bad customer Vito, real terrorist when he eat all sweet salt pork.
And then Chinese
Balder for
ladies.
2 says rock not included.
Yeah, rock not included.
Agnostic
obviously.
Uzumaki for 5. How much money for Mr. Bastion to take a big whiff of Vito's hat? I imagine it smells nice.
No
I
amount of
washed
money.
all my hats.
You wash your hats?
Yeah. I
But
washed
they
them
get
in
all messed up.
I put them in the dishwasher.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I put them in there. I was shocked at how dirty the water was. I went, oh my God! What the fuck is in my hats? It came out like pitch black. Dude, the water came out like pitch black. I went, oh my God, I gotta fucking launder these more often. I was like, it's a hat. Probably got some sweat in there, whatever.
Because they're messed up after you wash them once.
I think part of it is a lot of the hats are black, so maybe some of the ink leaches out of the water.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I was like, oh God, I really hope that's not dirt, because Jesus fucking Christ. It was like pitch black, but I think it was the ink. Strategery 5 is your favorite face cream out of stock. Crush your face care with Face Rock. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
TM. Terminally chill. Do not redeem. Thank you, Fad, for 100 thubs. Hey, Geniuses, your Face Rock is just crystal facials exist. Those are crystals, though. If you want to step up your game, you need to out dumb women. I saw like crystal rollers.
Yeah, someone told
There's
me about that
difference.
too, but the rock is...
The rock has to be a
it's
rock
different.
that you put on your face and you lie there.
It's way stupider
Yeah.
than crystals.
Jared for 2. Based Thunderbolt Fantasy Enjoyer. Okay, Thunderbolt Fantasy. Never heard of it. Antoids for 5. Vito just switched the panels where the boss is walking away pointing. It shows the movement and improves the punchline.
Oh, he's talking about your comic page. Uh-oh.
That doesn't work, because why would he walk away and then turn back around? Claptrap for 5. I'm just glad my good friend Richard's having a good time. Vito, please finish Super B Murderer. Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot.
Let's see if my plan to get more super chats was successful.
Oh, not that many more.
Not
Okay,
that
good.
many more. Let's see. Chocolate Noodle for 5. The anime was Thunderbolt Fantasy and its puppets and fuck America, I guess. Just Ivan for 5. Vito, for fuck's sake, your character could be a grizzled veteran who fought in World War I. Now I was gonna make them like they're like friends from the same block.
Well, you saw Saving Private Ryan, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
obvious that the new guy is there and that all the Tom Hanks guys have been there for a while. And they don't ever say, like, why that is.
Well, my thing was I wanted one guy to be like, it still kind of works, where he's like a hotshot pilot, and then the other guy's the new guy, and he's like,
that existed.
I wish I was up in the skies like you, Ace. And he goes, well, kid, maybe one of these days you'll get your own flying machine. You can fly around, whatever. Anyway, Pigeon for 20, getting froggy tonight. Pigeon for 10, but for real, are we close to another crying episode? No, and I will be at Hackamania because I talked to the great Patrick Melton, who is my good friend. and he has assured me that I am going to have a great
What if
time.
I ruin it? What if I'm a fucking sleeper
But if you ruin
agent?
it, it's fun. That's fun. You're part of the show.
What if one of Carl's fans ruin it?
Well, that would suck, but hopefully, you know, again, there's going to be guys to make
He's
sure.
got murderers in his audience.
This is going to be
literal murderers.
It's not going to be like the last show. It's at a casino. The casino is like a very professional place. They're not going to allow any fucking around. You know, it's not like the shitty dive bar we did the last one at. You know,
It was great. That dive bar was great.
it was a nice dive bar, but it wasn't like this is like Hackmania has elevated.
Yeah.
We're going to be in a nice thing.
Casino. It'll be great.
Frog Tony for 2. Why did Vito call Johnny Rocket a thief? Because he stole all your money. He ran away with it. Johnny Rocket took all the money, and now he's over on Fund My Comic trying to make
Trying to double
more.
down.
He's trying to double down on his theft.
Yeah.
And I think he should be rewarded by all of you going to Fund My thing and Fund My Comic and getting the Maniac. Spider General for 2. Vito seems genuinely scared of Riley. No, I just don't want my show to be interrupted.
He said, "Man up, dude. You missed that part."
Man up, dude. I just don't want someone to interrupt my show. I want to
Why?
plan
It's
for my
better
show.
when people interrupt.
Not Riley.
See, it's something else.
No, I really don't want to be like, oh, and then maybe like this guy who is gonna fuck with the thing. I don't want him to fuck with the thing.
But people fuck with things. You know, you just kind of have to deal with it.
Ah, cool. Maybe he'll get on the stage and beat me with a hammer. I don't fucking know. Matt C. for 5. All of Vito's tweet problems would be solved. He took a beat to think of a response, is ever reacting to it in real time. I thought my fucking tweet. What was my problem with saying you guys don't understand my comic and you're dumb? Because that's true.
You said my comic is not for stupid people or something like that.
yes, that is very correct.
Yeah.
Super Killer is not a comic for the.
But you're all
unintelligent.
when you get caught in like a subtweeting, like I'm subtweeting you, they're subtweeting me, and it goes back and forth like 12 times, and both of them are like have like 1 or 2 likes. That's a bad sign of a mental
Frog
issue.
Tony doesn't understand focal lengths, and that's funny
Yeah.
because he's never used a camera.
Yeah.
Okay, when there's a wide shot and you can see a lot more stuff, that's because it's like a wide angle shot.
But you're also telling
It doesn't
like
mean that the distance between people is changing drastically. It means you're getting more fucking of an angle,
Yeah.
so the distance between things changes. Go
Yeah.
play with a camera for 2 seconds. Play with the fucking zoom lens, and you'll see how that affects things. Oh, let's see. Hackamonia, Hack the Movies 2. My first super was skipped. Frog Tony distracted you.
Oh, shit. What
well,
did you say,
oh
Frog
no, he
Tony?
said he's a tour of my LA mansion is now available.
There it is.
LA vlog and Vito shower curtain door rental available at the Hack the Movies
Reveal.
Patreon. $2 tier.
Wow, there you go.
Hack the Movies.
Hack the
Where?
Movies.
When do I get to see our review of Judge Dredd? We did a Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully soon.
It takes forever.
I know. I think he's like waiting for the anniversary or something. Let's see. Michael Fee for 5. Jesus slapping Christ. Stop fighting about Riley. Riley isn't going to do shit, and you're both letting him ruin the biggest problem. That's how I feel. Balder for
Well, then
2.
don't cancel the fucking show.
I didn't, cocksucker.
Don't ever cancel me. Don't ever call me because of your emotions. How about that?
No, I'm going
If
to
you're
call you 'cause
feeling
of my emotions.
emotional,
I'm going to do
don't
it.
call me.
I don't care. You're my comedy partner, and you got to deal with it.
I'm not your comedy partner.
Oh, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, podcast, not comedy.
Comedy, 100%. We're locked in this thing.
No.
Who's your
wrong.
comedy partner?
None. I do not want or have one.
Well, you're going to be
I
forced
hate
to
that.
accept.
No.
You're going to
No.
let me into your life.
Podcast, that's it.
I think I'm going to get in there.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
get
no,
in
no,
there.
no, 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 no,
I think
no.
I'm going to get in there.
No.
What's our next project? What are we doing?
Nothing.
What's the next thing?
The rock box might get made, but that's it. Maybe a t-shirt.
Let's see here. Balder for 2, go for it, swing. We know you want to. I'm not going to want anyone else to fight. Corn-fed Cody for 10. Telling Dick to be funny is tantamount to telling water to be wet.
Lol.
Spider turn for 5. Vito, if you're so scared, learn to fight. I can't fight. I'm not gonna fight a guy. Like,
That's your problem. You say that, and then everyone knows it's open season.
I would get the legal repercussions. Like, obviously.
Defending yourself?
Sure, I could, like, yeah, I could.
Carry a can of black face paint, so then you can black up your face if you have to stab someone.
I just don't think it's going to be funny. And I don't want to do, I just want to do Hackamania. I don't want to have a fight.
Like it's a fucking PowerPoint, though. I don't want any interruptions during my presentation.
it's like very one-sided because I can't be like, oh, and I'm gonna like kick his ass or whatever, you know?
Why would you kick his ass?
Because he's gonna insult me. I can't go like, oh, I'm gonna
He's
insult you
interrupting
back.
the show. What are you talking about? You can definitely kick his ass if he assaults you.
Yeah, okay, but I can't like say it.
What are you talking about? That's basic defense law.
I said I was gonna call the cops if you fuck with my property. Everybody lost their fucking
Well,
minds. So I
'cause
can't say I'm gonna
that's-
kick your ass because then you'll go, oh, Vito threatened to kick Riley's ass. That's what you guys will do. I know the fucking playbook.
It just seems
Anything
like.
Vito says in response to what Riley says is bad.
Well, yeah, because
So I can't say anything.
because you're pretending that he's saying he's gonna assault you, and if he isn't, you
Right,
just
right,
look.
right, right.
You look like
So-
an asshole for
so-
going. Oh yeah, you're gonna fight me? I'll fight you. And it's
So-
like, yeah, he didn't say he's gonna fight you there,
he's
bro.
pretending, and if I said like, all right, well, if you do that, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's Vito's being deadly serious.
Yes.
And overreacting.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Which is why I didn't say I'm gonna kick his ass.
But you think it and feel it.
no. What do you mean?
You're expressing it right now, obliquely.
What are you talking about? I didn't say it at all. I don't want
Why
to
are you
fight
even thinking it
Riley.
at all?
Because the super chat said it. I didn't say shit. Okay? I've never said I'm going to fight Riley. I don't want to fight Riley.
Oh, I don't believe you.
I don't
think,
wanna fight
I think you would
Riley.
love to be in a self-defense
no, I really
situation.
don't want to. Do I want to rape mint salad? Yes, but that's different and on a carnal level. And I wouldn't do it out of respect to mint salad.
Saying you're gonna rape someone's
saying that
girlfriend
I
or
want
wife.
to rape them, but I wouldn't.
That's so.
Out of respect.
I don't know how you think that you don't escalate
I
or start
want
things.
Riley to be locked in a cage as I raw dog his retarded girlfriend's autistic cunt.
That's
But
way
I
worse.
wouldn't
That's way
do it.
worse than
But
saying,
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
risk
it.
assault
He
and I'm
said
gonna ruin
he would do it.
Hackamania.
I'm saying I would never do that.
It's the same exact thing.
No.
You guys are. This is how you fight, and then you take a screenshot and cry to Patch Melton or cry to me about it. Look what he said. I'm like, yeah, I know. Both of you are saying like this shit all day. I know. Yeah.
I don't really say anything to him.
Just did.
I don't say these things.
I quit. I'm
I
not
say
doing.
these
If you don't get involved, if you don't tell Riley to stop, I quit. I'm not going to the show. All right. I don't care, honestly.
Yeah, and then Melton said, I'll make sure nothing happens during the show. And I said, all right, thanks for making sure, and I'm happy to do the show.
I'm gonna make sure that he can't. I'm gonna incapacitate Melton.
You're going to incapacitate
and
Melton.
distract him so
All
that
right.
anything could happen.
Then
I'm gonna
I-
tie him up like WrestleMania. I'm gonna tie Melton up, and I'm gonna drain his phone of batteries so he can't make any when he reaches for it because of
right.
the assault that's happening, or that's maybe happening. He can't dial,
Okay.
and he's gonna be tied up in the back, crawling to try to dial with his nose, trying to get another phone.
Then I guess I do have to rape mint salad.
Oh.
All right. I understand. It's going to be bad. It's going to be
Yeah, it's
bad
gonna
for
be bad.
everybody.
How will she know when
Uh,
it's happening?
Fast Fat Guy for 2 says, how the fuck could Vito say anything about Eric? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I just said don't fuck up the show.
It's a private business show.
It's a comedy show. It's not going to be funny if he fucks it up and ruins it for everybody. It's not going to be funny. Trust me. What would be funny about it?
Interrupting heckling? That's hilarious.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Well, 'cause then
I
you-
can't wait to get heckled.
What are you talking about? It's heckling's hilarious.
Okay.
Arr, what do you mean? Because then you get to heckle them. It's a whole thing,
Right.
you know?
I just don't think that it would be that funny. And I think we should do a funny show. Matt C for 5. Vito ignoring Riley has always been an option. Oh, I've tried.
No, you haven't at all.
Oh, I
Why are
absolutely
you in the
have.
clip of her screen room?
To see the insane fucking things
To
they're
see
saying.
it. Yeah, to be involved.
Well, to see.
So I can't ignore it because I get notified when they're talking.
Well, when I see what like stupid shit they're inventing about me, it's fun. To make, I got to keep tracks of what the new...
I need 2 eye patches.
I need to know what the new narrative is about why Vito's a bad guy who has to be stopped at any cost.
No, they don't want to stop you. They want to make you work on your comic.
Right.
Nobody wants to stop you.
Let's see. Fast Fat Guy for 2. Vito, he might have the scissors. Bent or straight for 2. Remember, Vito can be assaulted at home or the toilet. Fast Fat Guy for 2. Now this is good radio. Gordon Shumway for 5. Richard went on This Little Piggy, and Vito thinks he's put in half the effort as him to make biggest problem at Hackamania good. I mean, okay, I'll go on the shows. I haven't been invited on the shows. Did you reach out to Melton and say, hey, can I get on? Or did he say he invited you on?
I think I asked Carl.
You said, should I go on Melton's show?
No, I said I'm really hooked on this Imhold on Melton's coverage of Imhold. I'm hooked, and he was talking about what he was talking about. He goes, "Well, do you want to come on Little Piggy?" I was like, "Yeah, definitely."
I have
Let's
not
do
been
it."
following the Melton stuff as closely.
Well,
as
you got to
so
follow Melton if you want to, or you got to follow Imhold.
You gotta follow
There we go.
Imhold. Joey Two Tone.
Did you hear, Neo's friend?
Mm-mm. Is it outside? Look at Dick.
For 10, threatening assault is lame, so is needless heckling. I'm sure Dick agrees. Vito shouldn't have reacted this way. All I said was I'm not going to do the show if that's going to happen, and then Melton told me, don't worry, it won't happen. So nothing happened.
Well, you should have just gone straight to Melton then. Go straight to teacher.
I didn't think of that. I thought I would talk to you, and you'd be like, talk to Melton and see whatever. You know, you can always talk to me and be like, oh, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not ferrying messages for any of this shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
Heckle it, but you don't.
No, I do know that you don't care, but I
Okay.
need you to know that I care.
Oh, I.
No, I need you to know, and you're gonna find out every time. Every time I care about something, I'm gonna let you know about it.
It's my fault for answering. It is my fault.
It is your fault for answering.
You waited an hour, which I guess is progress.
Waited an hour from what?
It just feels kind of like you're threatening to take your ball and go home when you call off a show. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people don't like that.
Well, it's my ball, and I'm
It's
taking
not,
it
though,
and going
is
home.
it?
You
I
need-
could easily do Hackamania without you.
Yeah, you could. That's why, if you wanted to
That's
do
why the
without
threat
me,
didn't work, I'm saying.
it wasn't a threat. It was me saying, hey, you might have to do Hackamania by yourself.
Now it's might.
Yeah, and then I talked to Melton, and he said, yeah, don't worry about it. And I said, okay, cool. As long as I don't have to worry about somebody interrupting the show, then I'm happy to do the show.
They will, though. You do.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way. If the show gets derailed and I don't feel like I'm able to do a good performance, I will get up and leave.
Okay, that's the goal then.
Yeah, go nuts. If your goal is to get me to leave the stage and not do the show and ruin Hackamania for everyone, I'm telling you right now, yes, you can do that. So I'm telling you, if that's your goal, is to get me to leave because I'm not having fun.
Are you
I'm
going to
not-
have a flag, like a kerchief that you throw down
No,
as you
just
leave?
get up and leave.
But what if you come back?
Then I will come back.
But then you're interrupting the show
Yes.
because you're no longer a performer, so we have to get you
so
kicked
I'll just
out.
straight up leave, right in the middle of it.
Like you'll fly out of like Muhammad. You're gonna like jump into
I'm
space.
putting effort into this show. I'm trying to find clips and whatever else. I'm trying to figure out good problems. I talked to you today about what we should do for the show, and you agreed. And I'm not going to put in that effort just to have it derailed pointlessly. And if it gets derailed pointlessly, and I was given certain assurances that if anything does happen, that we'll make sure the show gets right back on track. But if everything just goes off the rails, I'm not going to stick around and go, okay, let me suffer through this trash. I'm going to go, I came here to do a show.
Bro, who do you think you are?
The talent.
But like what level? What caliber of talent?
I'm the talent that people are paying to come see do the show, and I should have certain assurances that I'm going to be able to perform. It's okay if you don't feel the same.
About you?
No,
Yeah.
about yourself or whatever
No, I don't
else.
feel that way about you. I don't have any sorts of opinions about
You don't have
myself.
to. But if I'm doing a performance, and it is a comedy performance, look, I know talking about comedy on any professional level is fucking gay.
Really cringe.
I agree, and that's
Yeah,
why I don't want
really
to talk
bad.
about it on the podcast. And I tried to discuss it in private and say,
Ooh,
hey,
that's even worse though.
no, it's not.
Oh, you guys.
I said, hey, Melton, I really don't want anyone to interrupt the show. What's going on? And he said, here's what we got set up. You're going to be fine. And I said, okay, since I
Yeah.
have these assurances, I feel comfortable doing the show again.
Melton's good at like glad handing though, or like placating.
Yeah, well, Melton's a nice. I think Melton's also a very professional
Business. Yeah.
business
Yeah.
type man.
He's professional.
Yes. Let's see. Fast Fat Guy says Vito is the Fat White Eric. Yes, I agree. Purple Possum for 10. Stop overreacting, Vito. Riley got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he cancels the show, yeah. Dick getting rubber banded hard. Vito don't care. See you, whoever shows up at Hackamania.
See you there, Purple Possum.
Dave Davison. If he wants to cancel the show, he can try. Dave
Well,
Davison.
no, I'm
going to
perform no matter what, so he can't cancel the show.
Sure. So he could get me off the show if he puts
Yeah.
in the effort.
I don't think he's have to put in the effort.
He could do the bare minimum.
He could just copy and paste. I'm gonna risk an assault charge over and over, and that would probably. He could
And it-
probably get somebody. He could probably pay an Indian to do it on his account.
As long as Melton is giving me assurances that I have nothing to worry about, then I will do the show. If at any point if Melton said, well, I can't do anything about it, then no, I wouldn't do the show.
He can't do anything about it though.
Well, I believe that he can.
What's he gonna do?
If Riley wants to try and ruin Hackamania, he can. It's up to him.
Like if he tampers with the plumbing, like Ocean's 11 style, and like gets all the sprinklers to turn on.
Sure,
then
yeah.
he comes in and
There's a
steals all
number-
the microphone
There's a
cables.
number of ways that Riley could successfully ruin Hackamania and get me to leave. 100%.
Like if he dresses up as Kim Jong Un.
I don't think that would do it.
And
no.
he rents a theater as a suite right next to it, and then he digs a hole in the wall, and he sneaks in, and hits you with a mind control dart,
Yeah.
and then makes you say all this crazy
I just want to do our
stuff.
popular comedy show on stage at Hackamania. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be fun.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm committed to go, and I see no reason why that would change.
Okay.
Let's see. Dave Davidson for 5. Mandalay Bay said we're safe. That didn't stop. Stephen Paddock.
Exactly.
There you
Murdered.
go. Michael Fee for 5. Never mind. It's just Vito letting Riley ruin biggest problem. Absolutely. I am allowing that to happen.
Dick, I apologize for saying
Saying-
you're also letting Riley ruin it.
There
That's
you
okay.
go.
It's mostly my fault, I think.
Diamond G for 2. Riley going to buzz off Vito's new hair. There you go. That's C for 5. The court jester getting mad that the king is laughing at him. Come on, mate. You have supporters, but you're too busy reading all the hate.
Yeah, I agree
Joey
with that.
Two-Tone for 2. Ban
100%.
Riley. This is not funny. I agree. But we don't need to ban him. Jen Wan for 5. Vito, you interrupted Dick when he was reading my super chat. You suck. Koo for 2. Synthetic Shinobi for 5. Vito ripping on Mint made me scream laugh. Spider Eternal for 2. Are we sure Vito isn't pregnant? Jared for 10.
Sounds like it.
Vito, I take back everything mean I've ever said to you, and I think you're pretty funny and creative, so please pay attention when I say listen to what Dick is saying. He's still trying to help you. I'm doing the show. I have said I will do the show.
I'm trying to help you, like, emotionally, though.
Okay, emotionally, I would like people to not tell me they're going to ruin my comedy
You got to
show.
block them. You have to block these guys.
I would also like for people to...
That's not how it works.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's ever on my side for anything.
No. You cannot want other people to do things. You have no...
No, but
you
I
can't-
think when I say, hey, it sucks, when I'm excited for a show and a guy tells me he's purposefully coming to fuck with it, it would be nice if it said, yeah, that is shitty. But they're not going to say that, and that's fine.
Well, you're a huge asshole. What do you mean? You want sympathy now? You're a
I just
jerk
want
to
people-
everybody.
But I don't tell people I'm going to come ruin their shit or whatever.
You said that his girlfriend is autistic and you're going to rape her.
Yeah.
That's not fun for people.
That's a term of endearment. Like, I wouldn't rape her if she was, bad looking.
Nah, that's not...
She's a good looking lady, so that's why I would rape her. But I'm not going to out of respect.
Oof.
See, I'm saying in very nice things.
Yeah.
Is it not nice if let's be real, if somebody says, "Hey, I would love to rape your wife," that's saying you have an attractive wife. How's that? That's not even negative when you get down to it. Like if I had a rape fantasy, I would enjoy raping your wife. That's not a. That's in a way. That's a. Oh well, thanks. I get to have consensual sex with her.
That's way, way worse.
Why?
Than anything
No, that's-
anyone has said.
That's nice to say.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Super Tiso for 2. Will Vito be gay if I voodoo curse his plushie?
Gayer.
Yes. Coup for 2. Vito needs another trip to the strip club. Cheeseburger 6 for 5. Vito, you're like 3 times the size. Figure it out, you giant woman. I know, but I don't want.
It's about the comedy. You're very professional. You put a lot of work and thinking into your comedy and your jokes. You don't want it interrupted by someone who you see as less than funny than you.
I can't say back to Riley after he says, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this. I can't say, okay, I'm going to kick your ass.
You could say that.
No, you guys would make a whole fucking bit out of it.
Well, are you going to tweet about it? Or, I mean, you can say it like on a text. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you.
I said it in a private conversation. Hey, if you come to my house, I'll call the cops. And you guys had a fucking field day with
Yeah,
it.
that was hilarious.
Right. So I can't say anything. I'm completely at a disadvantage.
Well, why don't you just say something funny?
Anything you want. I did. I said I would rape the shit out of his retarded
that's
girlfriend.
That's not funny.
How is that not funny?
Because it's violent. Because
What
I
is he
believe, I
doing?
think you mean that. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that means it a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's why it's not funny.
Like if I was alone in a room and nobody was around and know what was going on,
It's
okay.
really not funny. It's really not funny.
Well, it's the truth. What do you want?
Not that.
Well,
Something
I'm never
funny.
alone with her, so there's no problem.
Oh,
Anytime we're hanging out, it's in like a
man.
group situation.
That's if in her favor.
Yeah,
That
I
women
agree.
should make sure if they hear shit like that, they should make sure it's a group situation.
I agree that no woman should be left alone in a small room with me, because who knows what
How are you
could
gonna get in a
happen.
small room?
You're right. It'd be a large room. That's the biggest. Well, once I'm in the small room, then you got nowhere to go because I'm blocking all the doors, all the exits. Let's see. Swag Jackson for 2. A threat from Riley is never a credible threat. Lucian Stern for 5. Hey, don't skip my super chats.
Yeah, thanks, Lucy. Did we hit 1,000? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let's see.
Do you see Yellow Flash threaten to show up at John Malin's house and show him a good time?
I did see that.
You did see
He
that?
threatened to suck his dick.
Well, he didn't threaten to suck his dick.
Can we watch his trailer in a second?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Nitro for 5. Hi, Wendell. Lemon Trashy for 2. By the way, I caused all this by chatting normally. Stu K for 2. Vito is the comedy bottom partner. You gonna help me write my Christmas movie? It's a good Christmas movie.
No.
Desert Pirate for 2. We're gonna make songs. You said we could do songs. What happened to that?
Yeah, I do think songs.
Will you listen to the song I sent you? You haven't even listened to it. I sent it to you 6 months ago.
Well, what am I gonna say? Like, oh yeah, okay, it's great.
You can say it's a good idea or it's a bad idea. You can say I don't like this one.
To what end?
I don't know. How else do we write comedy songs? I feel like
You gotta like set aside time to do it.
I did. I wrote a thing and I put it in that AI thing. And I said, hey, this is pretty funny. I wrote some funny lyrics. What do you think? Okay. Desert Pirate for 2. Dick's biggest problem is Vito. Stu K for 2. Riley's going to show you a good time. I agree. Bender for 5. Riley is the podcast. What butt flu is to the gays is what I was going to super chat until Vito started talking about grapes. I hate you, Vito.
The grape shit is really hard to get behind.
I'm just saying, you know,
You should stop saying it.
if he was to assault me, I would hunt his girlfriend down and brutally rape
This is
her.
going to be worse than the pedophile stuff. I
Okay,
promise you.
fair enough.
I promise you.
I mean, I'm just.
I promise you.
I feel like that's tit for tat.
Yeah, have
give
fun
and
with
take.
it. I totally disagree.
It would be a role play type scenario. Johnny Rocker for 5. Don't let this distract you from supporting the maniac. Balder for 2 says, I'll see you in Boston, Vito. Jared for 5. Vito, how do you not understand that you wanting to grape someone's girlfriend is way over the line? It's so nice to be hard to hear. I said I wouldn't do it. Matt C for 5. Vito, take a minute to look up the Streisand effect. Wrestler Town for 2. Vito acting like he's performing Don Giovanni.
Yeah.
And Spider Eternal for 2. I'm getting Sargon's I wouldn't even grape you vibes. Okay.
And then Riley, Vito,
I wouldn't.
get him out of here.
I wouldn't rape Midsummer. Of course not.
Oh. What's the game where you smash all the toys? Of a man who tweets about the boys.
I'm just saying, in like a hypothetical
What's in the box?
scenario.
You know you want it.
What could happen?
So get on the scale or I smash it to shit.
And not in like a murder way. I'm not gonna like hack off her tits. It would be like gentle. You know? It's not gonna be like Ed Gein or some shit. I'm not gonna rip her face off.
What's it gonna be?
I wanna check my weight anyway, because your scale's more accurate
Okay.
than mine.
Okay.
Well, let's find
What do you do on
out.
yours? Just hop on, hop off, real quick. What do you do? See if I before it peaks. La 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 la. Brrr. Now I got operas stuck in my head. Okay, we got you. We got you clocked.
Got me clocked.
283.2. So you've lost 3 pounds. Great.
All right. Time
Good
to
job.
eat a celebratory pizza.
I think you're gonna like this one.
I don't think that's true.
I think you're gonna like it.
I don't think that's correct. It's already in the shape of a Funko Pop. No, it's
Ah.
heavier than a Funko Pop.
I think it came with a letter too.
Was it too much to say I was going to rate mint salad?
Yes, I don't think you should be making that. It's really bad. I think it's gonna follow you.
All right.
It's really bad.
I'm going to take it back. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
I know, but
I know, like, you guys, you go, oh, we're going to, break into Vito's car. We're going to throw pig blood. That's
totally
good.
fine.
That's fine.
Dude, I'm just telling you.
And me
Exactly with the
brutally
pedo shit,
raping
it's gonna-
mint salad is bad.
I don't even want to be on camera while you're
I
talking
don't
like
get.
that.
Well, that's the thing is I don't understand the rules of engagement. You guys, I
you
don't
can't
get
talk
it.
about raping women that you know.
Why?
Because it's a real thing that might happen. Like we don't know. We don't really know you.
What I might do.
Yeah.
I'm a loose cannon.
Anybody is.
All right.
It's
Well, hold on,
always
that's kind
there.
of exciting.
We don't know what is in women's heads and we don't know what's in men's heads. We really don't.
Well, now you're adding a certain danger element to it that's kind of
You
sexy.
should be.
Now I like it more.
What'd you get in there?
I got a Miu Mini. It is a delightful. Oh, this is like in brand new condition. God damn.
There you go. This guy. Dick, please find enclosed 3 like new items: a Neo Mini with kit.
Wow.
I think we smashed that. A compatible wireless controller by 3-bit Do with micro switch thumbstick.
We did destroy
also
that as
smashed
well,
that.
yes.
And an upgraded Miu Mini Plus with matching
Nice.
accessories. I'm leaving them in your custody because of your new tactic to incentivize Vito's progress in losing weight.
New
Perhaps
tactics. This has been sitting around for like
this was one of the
months.
first things I got. Perhaps they could be gift wrapped for presentation as mystery prizes. I will completely understand if you feel the need to burn them before Vito's eyes. Any number of the above mentioned items may warrant your own consideration. However, a separate note has been included, which explains the various operations and improvements to item 3. Oh, you got the good one! Oh!
Yeah, the good one's obviously this thing.
Oh, wow. Since there's no digital record directly connecting this letter to anybody. Uh-oh, I better not read this.
This is a nice little game console here. You can load it up with all your favorite
Oh.
emulators. This is nice. These are sexy.
Okay, I like that idea. Let me get back to that. And he's got some
All right,
stickers.
so rapes too. Can we make a list?
You're in that spot where you think you're gonna make it funny, but you're not.
I just need to. Okay, rapes too much. I got it.
Yeah.
Is that like the worst one?
It's worse than your pedophile stuff. Yeah.
That's worse than the pedophile stuff?
Yeah, because people don't really believe the pedophile stuff, and they do.
Think I would rape mint salad.
It's possible.
Okay.
It's more possible than the pedo stuff.
I'd rape
which is still
other
possible.
girls before her. She's not like gonna be at the top of the list.
This is really gonna hurt
I'm
you.
just like if I was gonna rape anybody, why mint salad? Come on.
It might
That's
get us
ridiculous.
demonetized.
No.
Upgraded ROM set,
It might.
upgraded OS. Oh wow! Here, you should have this. It
Mint,
says everything
I have
that's
a
upgraded.
rape list. You're not even in the top.
I don't think she's in the mood to
25.
hear anything from you, probably ever again. And
Not even in the top.
if I
50.
were a betting man, I would bet that Riley's cruelty will be visited upon you tenfold after that shit.
But it doesn't matter because you said just block him.
You won't though.
I
I know you
will.
won't. I
I
know you
will.
won't. I
I'm
know
just
you
gonna
won't get
block
out of that
him.
room. I know you won't block him. You'll do something, but it won't be blocking.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're clearly willpower is your specialty.
I don't get it. He said he's gonna do stuff to me, and then I said I'll do stuff to his girlfriend. What do you like? What's the fucking rule?
Classic Italian.
This is what I don't get. Why does everybody get to say whatever they want? I can't say nothing.
You're the victim.
I'm the
I know.
victim.
All right, there you go. Thanks everybody. What did we get here? What did we walk away with?
It's all a goof, right? Isn't that the whole point of everything? Oh, nothing's gonna happen. Vito just says stuff.
There's well, you know, comedy is very tricky.
It is very tricky.
I know you want to talk about it. Where do you see the amount of money? Oh, there it is.
I will-
630. Yeah, we didn't get it.
I will rape a
We didn't
different
get it.
woman entirely.
It might take down the channel. I'm being 100% honest with you.
You really can't joke about that?
You know that. Either
No, I really don't know that.
then your brain's on the fritz.
Oh, I'm completely. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're thinking everyone's laughing? We're not.
Well, it tickles me.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what all this is about. I know. I'm not going to the show because
well,
of me.
Maybe don't
Because of my
fucking-
emotions. I don't give a fuck
don't
how it
put me
impacts
in a
anybody.
Scenario where it's like, you gotta fire back, and then I'm like, okay, here's me firing back.
I come bucket says I'm definitely coming on Vito's property now.
There you go. Made for AI. Vito's the only person who could grape a glory hole on the John Vito. Okay, well, there's a lot of.
This Sargon joke is so cringe, Lemon Saki says.
Well, that was Sargon's joke. Was
Pokemon guy, Vito, the way you talk, like you can say whatever you want, but no one else can, screams immaturity. I agree.
wasn't saying
I 100%
anything
agree
until
with
you
that.
guys in the chat said, Vito, you got to fire back more often, and then I tried, and now everybody's telling me I shouldn't fire back. So I don't know what you guys want.
On the John for 5, Vito raping mint salad is the perfect Riley checkmate. The Niggler agrees with me. Made for
the
AI.
Niggler's
Vito's
into
the
it.
only person who could rape a glory hole. I don't get
know
that.
about
joke.
that.
I come. Oh yeah, I'm coming on your property.
when's the
When's the
next
next comic book
book?
Super Raper coming out?
Well,
There you go. See,
interestingly-
non-specific.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for enjoying my comedy show where we fire back tit for tat, little here, a little there. What can you do? You know?
What do you think Riley's gonna do at the show?
Oh, now he's definitely going to go nuclear. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll probably go in disguise too.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have taken everyone's advice to fire back. Oh,
You have
well.
all we know is you have no agency, and none of this is your fault. That's what we
very
can.
correct.
That's what
very
we know
correct.
for sure.
I'm just trying to bring some laughter to the people. That's all I care about. Just some good old-fashioned laughs.
I think you've paid your dues. It's your
Just
it's
trying.
your terms.
I'm just trying to have
your way or the highway.
Just trying to bring some classic jokes to a classic world. Goodbye, take care, and God bless the United States of America.
You didn't put your other stream on.
Oh, I'm not. I got.
You're not doing
I'm
that
going
tonight.
to bed.
You going to bed?
Do you want to watch Yellow Flash?
Do I what?
Yellow Flash.
Okay.
You got 2 seconds.
All right.
I feel like everybody wants to see it. You have the
I said
back
3
end
hours
shown.
is too fucking long. And
Well,
here we
you know,
are.
I didn't
It's too
expect to have
fucking
a
long.
stupid fucking conversation about nothing.
Where is it? Where is it?
Go to the Ripasend page.
That's 13 guy. Here, this.
How much money? He was at 35 when we checked in. Did he hit 50 because it's during the FNT hour? He should be at 50 now.
Probably.
What the fuck? Oh, he's fucked.
Flash, buddy.
Right now is like the prime podcast hour. He should be at 50.
Maybe your wife could take it down to the station and get her cop friends to muscle some people into buying a.
He's got to
copy
get
of
to
your
50
comic.
before the end of the day. He's only got 3 hours.
He's done. This whole YouTuber comic shit is over.
I agree, and I helped kill it.
All right, ready?
Yes, let's see it. I'm excited.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa,
It's a plane.
2 American flyboys are soaring.
Dude, this is like halfway over, and this Golden Patriot is not there. Right? First scene is I'm the fucking Golden Patriot. Boom, fuck you. Boom, fuck Nazis. Boom. Not like this is like a mini version of the first act. Sucks.
He's Ken Burnsing it. It's like, and in the midst of that great war, there were 2 men. And it's like, dude, just go like, he's the mighty Golden Patriot. He goes, ba-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na. This is not power. Here's the thing. What the fuck were you trying to make? If you just wanted to make a World War II story, why the fuck does a Power Ranger have to show up?
Yeah.
Like, this is just The Rocketeer, but bad.
Yeah, it is. The Rocketeer was good.
The Rocketeer
too.
was good because it was all, well, first of all, the guys who made The Rocketeer understood, like, Art Deco and all this other interesting fucking 40s and 50s shit. And, like, gave
The
it a
story's
unique...
perfect.
Yeah, give it a very cool and unique story. And this is literally like, well, why is he a Power Ranger? Does it have something to do with, like, Japan or, like, no. Well, why is he a Power Ranger?
Yeah.
Because I like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's retarded.
Power Rangers are Egyptian?
Yeah.
No, they're Japanese. But it's World War II. They fought in Japan. Yeah, but this is in Egypt.
God, it's still fucking baffling to me that you do a World War II story about Power Rangers and you go,
Set it
so
in
they're
the
clearly
desert.
fighting in Japan, right? Mm-hmm. They're over the Pacific or something. No, it's in the fucking desert campaign of Africa or whatever.
Okay.
High on a reconnaissance mission, searching for
Got tired of
clues
animating,
to
huh?
a peculiar new obsession with the occult
That panel sucks.
gripping the Nazi high command.
Why is it so... dude, why can't you just draw the fucking
Because they didn't do
features?
anything to make this.
Yeah, but...
This is why he's not paying that guy, because the art's like unfinished. Looks like shit.
I know. It's like a abstract, like, mock-up.
Oh, there he is. Okay. That doesn't look anything like him. That's fan art.
And they got that lady with that camel lip.
Well, what does he do? What does the Patriot do?
Well,
He has unique covers. Oh, this is so bad.
these guys have a real problem with just telling people anything about the comic book. I think because they just, like, don't know how to tell a story.
Yeah.
So they don't even know. Anytime anyone asks Flash, like, what's your comic about? He goes, oh, you know, it's
Power
like,
Rangers.
It's like Power Rangers.
I love Power Rangers.
And, like, Nazis. And you're like, yeah, but why? In what way?
I can't wait till that literature devil guy starts trying to defend whatever dog shit story this is in.
Well, he, like,
'Cause
wrote
it's-
it or something. He, like,
he's
rewrote
paid,
it.
He's paid to argue
Paid
on the internet with
consult.
me. That's what literature devil Flash paid him to edit this shit.
Yeah.
Which means, okay, now you have to put your name on it. So if these guys say the story sucks, then you go argue with them.
Right. Now it's Literature Devil's fault.
Nah. Well,
This is fascinating.
that's fine.
And I gotta say, look at this. A book of short stories, posters. Where are the plushies? Where are the yo-yos? This is a disaster, I gotta say, on multiple levels.
Okay, that's enough. The show's over. God, I can't wait for
37,000.
Hackamania. I need Hackamania to be fucking over.
It's gonna be great.
I need it to be done. No matter how great it is, I need it to be fucking
What do you
over.
mean? What
It's
does
too.
that
It's just nonstop. It's too much.
Use promo code BIGGEST.
It's too much.
It's not too much. It's very little. It's just gonna be fun. And I just wanted
It's
to
just
be
a fucking nightmare.
easy. It's
Everything's
not
a fucking
nightmare.
nightmare.
Nothing's
Everything
a
is a
nightmare.
fucking nightmare.
Everything's fine. Okay?
You know what I do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I know that.
Nothing.
I know. I got it. I'm right there with you. Anytime
fuck with me?
Anytime something happens, I go, I know what Dick's opinion on this will be.
Don't do anything. Just step away. Step away.
Sure.
That's it.
Okay.
Nothing. Walk away from that shit.
Got it.
You'll feel better.
I feel great.
You don't need to feel great. You can just feel fine.
No, I do feel great. And I did walk away. And I talked to a guy, and a guy told me, don't worry about the show. And I said, that's great. I feel great. Thanks for setting my mind at ease.
Okay.
And I had to reach to someone outside of you because I can never get
Don't
that
reach
from
to
you.
me.
I know.
No,
I can't
I'm
get.
not.
I will never get.
I don't know why you think that.
I will never get any assurance from you on anything.
Why? I saved that for my family.
Right.
Why would I give that
know.
to you?
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why would you try to? You do a show with a guy and you make a bunch of money and you make everybody laugh.
There you go. Done.
That yeah.
End.
But when you can, make that a smoother and easier process by
Nope.
talking to the guy,
Nope.
forget it. I
Wrong.
know. And I know, and I've accepted that. I don't go to you for things.
Good.
I didn't go to you. I didn't ask you. I didn't say, "Can you do something?" I said, "I'm not."
quit.
Yeah, I said I quit. So what do you need? That's what you want,
I didn't
right?
get pissed off until you said you're back.
And
then I
that
said,
pissed you off more.
Yeah.
Why?
It fucks with my emotions
I
and
changed
my mental
mind.
state.
I can change my mind. Mm-hmm. But keep in mind, did I ask you to do anything?
No.
There you go, because I knew you wouldn't, and I'm not asking you to.
Yeah. Then I
I
really
think-
would have been
Then you would have been really pissed off.
Yeah.
I think you should accept that this was a very big step in our relationship of me going, hey, listen, I know I can't influence you one iota. So I'm going to tell you that as of this moment, I don't think I'm going to do Hackamania. And then I went to someone who is not you, and they changed my mind. And you didn't have to be involved with it at all.
I did. I have to hear about it.
Of course you have to hear about it because you're part of the show. You don't want me to inform you if I'm not going to do the show? Don't you think you should be made aware of that?
Uh-huh.
So I think I did exactly what you have told me you want out of this relationship, which is to not go to you for any sort of support
Next time,
of
just
any
don't.
kind.
Next time, just don't be there. I'll get there and you're not there. I'll go like, oh, okay, I guess he's not coming.
Got it. Next time, I will just
And I'll go,
ghost you.
How about that?
I don't think you would enjoy that.
No, I prefer ghosting to anything,
Got it.
even pleasant conversations.
So if I just didn't show up at Hackamania, you would go, well, what can
I guess
you
he's
do?
not coming.
Somehow I don't think that's how that would have played out.
How do you think it would play out?
I think you would have went, wow, what a shitty thing Vito has done. That's really shitty. He probably should have told me.
You got me way wrong if that's what you think.
I think I got you 100% right. I didn't call up and say, hey, Dick, I need you to do X, X, and X. I said, hey, I don't feel like doing Hackamania.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I said.
Unfun, you said.
I said it makes it hard for me to get excited if somebody's telling me that no matter what, they're going to come and fuck up my
You
experience.
just live in a world of constant excitement and fun, like a
Well,
wonderland,
I think
like
if I'm
Willy
doing,
Wonka.
I think if I'm doing a comedy show and a lot of people are coming out to see the comedy show and see us specifically, I think it'll be easier to do it knowing there's not a guy who's there specifically to fuck with me and try to ruin the show for me. That could put a damper on things. But I've been told that I don't need to worry about it, so I won't worry about
You
it.
do.
Well,
Melton's lying.
I trust Melton.
Oh, he doesn't
Melton's
know.
my new.
He doesn't
dad.
know. He doesn't even know.
Melton's my new comedy.
You should,
dad.
partner with him.
Then you'd be done with me.
You guys should do a show.
Dick, do you need me to find you a new co-host for this show?
It's great. I mean, it's good radio.
It is good radio, and that's what's important. It's one of those classic comedy shows.
You have to block him.
Where like 10 years from now, we can just each go on our respective shows and complain about the other guy, right?
Nah.
I wouldn't complain about you.
No, because there's nothing to complain about when I'm not interacting with you.
I don't think you have anything to
it's just
complain
Vito's
about here.
great. He's funny.
I did
you know, he's
exactly
great.
what you wanted. You said, don't involve me, so all I did was go, hey, here's what's going on. I didn't ask you to interject. I didn't tell you to do anything. I didn't say, hey, can you help or whatever.
No, you just put me in a position where I gotta either disappoint fans, figure out a show, or get involved.
Yes, you would have had to do extra
I gotta
work.
make choices.
Well, I have to make choices of my own.
Not really.
100% I do.
No.
I have to do what feels good to me.
Your choices shouldn't make other people do choices.
What do you mean? I'm allowed to make choices.
Nah, that's called responsibility. You're not.
I think that it's perfectly
Limits.
fine. Yeah, I think it's fine for me to say, hey, I need certain assurances if I'm going to do this show. And I got those assurances from somebody else. And that's fine.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
is do. I was in college, and it was a of 10 to auction.
All right, Chet. Oh gosh.
These paintings.
And so essentially, it's like.
Is she talking?
For a painting.
A month for one painting.
It'll come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jesse Ventura, and we've got a conspiracy theory. We've got an X-File for you guys. The black oil virus, the bumblebees, the Switch 2 cancellation. Was it that Phil is just a dirty piece of shit that tried to order 2 Switches and Walmart just canceled it on him because it was against the policy? Is it that it was that Phil showed his order number and address on stream like a big fucking retard?
Whoa,
and
buddy.
then a troll took it into the chat and managed to get the order canceled with the order number? Or is it Phil's insane fucking cavalcade clown show car of lies where everything he says doesn't make any sense at all? He contradicts himself constantly, and then he has like a messiah cult leader complex where he's, bro, it like went to another level. Because always, like, you know, people call him cult leader. I'm like, you know, I don't see it.
Dude.
This was like, bro, he's like on a messianic persecution complex. I am the rock upon which the waves crash. And now I don't crumble. It's like, but Phil, like the illustration kind of fails because rock erodes.
Erodes over time.
When
Yeah,
the
wait,
wave
what?
hits it there, it's eventually it gets worn down. Which is what's going on, is that little by little your sanity is being worn down and you're crashing out. I gotta say, this crash out of Phil's, I haven't been following Phil very long, but this is the craziest fucking crash out from Phil I've ever seen.
We were
man.
blown away. I was like, is this real? Is this
Whoa,
really happening?
man.
Guys,
I just couldn't even believe the shit that he's fucking
It's a long
saying.
one, too.
He's like, the detractors, they tried to get me divorced. Like, they filed like a false divorce receipt. It's like, did any of this happen? Do you have any proof of this? And it's like, he provides no receipts, no evidence, no proof for any of his claims about the Switch 2. What's crazy to me, though, is it's like, you know, Phil, you're your own boss. You set your own schedule. Couldn't you just, you know, start the stream like 20 minutes late and just go to fucking GameStop and pre-order a Switch 2?
Or don't show the email on screen.
Well, I mean, that's cool.
That's,
Even he had to admit he shouldn't have shown the email, but the thing is, he had to flex it. He had to show everybody how great he is, and it was his greed because somebody offered him 100 subs to show it.
And then they never
So it's
gave
just
the
his
subs,
greed.
obviously.
But it's, well, what I think genuinely happened is he used 2 different payment methods, which he supposedly says he doesn't have credit cards because of bankruptcy, but he used 2 different payment methods to get 2 different
card?
Switch 2s. It's probably Cat's card, no? To get 2 Switch 2s, right, to the same address, because Walmart won't let you do 2 Switch 2s. But the thing is, the address is the same on the order.
Yeah.
So that's why it was canceled, because you can't, it's a scalp.
But
you know,
But even
the guy bought
follow-up,
2.
the follow-up fucking rant, the cult-like rant, is honestly crazier than the Switch 2 thing. Like,
No,
this
it really
where
is.
It actually, you're like, are you real? Is this real?
Well, this whole rant has been inspired by a children's toy. You know? And it's like we're talking about like metaphysics and like crazies. Like, I will stand forever. Like, we will overcome. Like, he thinks he's Martin Luther King Jr. or something. I have a dream that one day people on the internet will stop being mean. It's like, Phil, it's not happening, bro.
Oh, dude.
I'll say this. If it was any streamer showed
Us.
their order number,
It was us.
chances are somebody is going to have a laugh and cancel it with the order number.
Yeah, that's the
You
internet.
know what I'm saying? It's the internet. But I don't even know if that's what happened in this fucking circumstance. But we've got a lot of Phil. We got
We
a
got
lot.
the
This is a Phil.
Bagathon.
This is a Phil-centric episode, like the Minecraft gameplay. We're gonna go over
I got
a lot
the
of Phil.
atom fall failure of some.
Oh my! Well, bro, if we do all this, it'll just be Phil. You know, we got
But
PWR moving out of his mom's house. They're big W's for PWR.
Wow, congrats!
Getting his fat donos, getting his cash up. He's fucking winning, bro.
That's a win.
PWR is winning.
We got the H3. Now Frogan, the
Krogan is now
Thomas
playing the
Tank
victim.
Engine looking bitch.
Krogan's crying about all the abuse she's getting. It's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have inserted yourself into the drama then.
She's getting felted so bad.
Just
the 12
laugh.
minute video.
Right.
And she lies completely. I didn't.
I
mean
never
the
said that. No, you did say it,
got
and
the
then
clips.
you doubled down on it later on. So fuck you, Frogan.
So we have
you
that.
fucking Thomas the Tank Engine face bitch.
Then we
She's
have-
fat.
We have
Not even her job can save her from being fat.
We
also Harley is basically kind of doing a snakening.
He went on Nick the Oreo's show, did the interview, and he basically talks about how sick kids paid for the creator Clash's party.
I love how though he's like, I asked for more money because the money may as well go to me. It's like he turned down more money from Keemstar to do Misfits, right?
Yeah.
Instead, he went and did for less money to take the money from the children with cancer.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's kind of wild.
It's a
kind
crazy
of wild
interview.
there.
Yes.
And then we also have Kakada. We have the Kakada show today.
Yes.
We're going to finally talk about Kakada because the Canadian election is Monday.
Woo!
It's Judgment Day. It's going to determine whether we all go to jail or not, whether we can afford to eat food or not. And chances are we're going to jail and there'll be no food. So it's not looking good, folks.
Yeah.
You got to get out there and vote for Pierre.
I'm
folks.
going.
You got to go and vote for Pierre there, folks, or it's fucked.
All that
All
and more.
right, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Kick.
Oh. I already had a chart shot.
It's nice of them to wear purple. I don't know what materials do what.
So this is basically what I would call the young white woman's guide to remaining radicalized. Because everything about this, and this is an incredible little video, is designed to prevent women from actually enjoying the things they want to enjoy. And I feel really bad for these kinds of women who are constantly on sort of hyper-aware patrol about the things they want to do. So let's watch it and see the most dangerous alt-right rabbit holes for women.
If we don't want to lose young women to alt-right indoctrination in the same way we lost young men, we need to be very careful, cognizant, and critical of trends that can lead to the alt-right pipeline.
Okay, so you can imagine that these are deeply political things. I mean, they lost young men to the alt-right pipeline, as in young men went right-wing because the left is just selling them servitude. It's just selling them, be a serf, be our slave, be at the bottom of the pile and just work like a dog for no thanks, no sympathy, no privileges, no nothing, until eventually you can't take it anymore. And weirdly enough, that's not actually a very appealing recruitment strategy, and it's no surprise that, at least in America especially, young men just went hard right. It's like, no, screw this, we're voting Trump, and good for them.
Because while these things aren't inherently conservative, or dare I say even fascist sometimes, they can be the starting point for a very slippery slope. So here are the top alt-right.
Isn't that amazing, right? So these things aren't conservative or fascist, just in case you were wondering if that was where we were going with this. And yet, for some reason, they're just the first step on the road down to literally goose-stepping around. And if there's one thing we don't want is young white women becoming fascists, because that would change things substantively. How? What would that do exactly? Well, her worry is that it will make women happy. I'm not even joking. I'm not advocating this, obviously. But her worry is that women will enjoy it and want to do it, and that will make them not be radical communists. And of course, if there's one thing she doesn't want to give up, it's communism. So let's watch what these are.
Right rabbit holes for women that I think we need to be cognizant of and educate around. Clean beauty and clean eating.
Very fascist. Let's be fair, ladies. If you don't want to be poisoned by the big petrochemical industrial complex, first step towards fascism, you're basically a Nazi already. Come on, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
While opting for more natural ingredients in your skincare and food seems fairly harmless, you can quickly slide down the slope to the alt-right by engaging in content around distrust in regulatory bodies, anti-vax rhetoric, conspiracies around big pharma, and next thing you know, you think you're making America healthy again.
Oh no, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Make America healthy again, says the ex-Democrat, working for the ex-Democrat who's currently the president. Like, sorry, you have to forgive me on this. You're like, right, no, I need to have my body polluted by big pharma, by people who, the giant, vast capitalist industrialist complex that is dedicated to extracting as much wealth from me in the most exploitative of manners, while pumping my face and my skin products and all this full of chemicals that achieve a goal but might be bad for me in the long run. And if you are concerned about that and you are resistant to that, that's the first step on becoming a conservative/fascist. Right. I actually think that these things might be a good thing in and of themselves, and even if they are conservative, that's okay. It means that being a conservative, something good and right and true and just, lies in the realm of the right wing for women. Not for men. This is a men's problem. This is a women's problem. And the good things that you want for yourselves and for your bodies and for your health, they now lie in the right wing. And so, yeah, no, I understand why you want health, but it is a bit conservative. Shouldn't you be buying things from big pharma or big cosmetics or whatever? I, as a left-wing progressive woman, think you need to be basically kind of uncritical of the giant capitalist machine that's selling me the products that I'm wafting onto my face. I mean, that's a very peculiar thing. But I guess if it's that or become right-wing, become conservative, I guess you're just going to have to poison yourself just as people did in the past.
Trad wife content. While this starts off as romanticizing homemaking, this quickly can slide into a conversation about promoting very rigid gender norms, anti-feminism, and ideologies that contribute to Christian nationalism and white supremacy.
Amazing. So I'm not surprised that she finds trad wife content to be especially problematic. because it might make you want to be a housewife. It might make you think that fulfilling the traditional gender role of a woman is a bad thing, even though you're kind of drawn to it as a woman. And so naturally, I mean, like, obviously, that is, I guess she's completely correct. This isn't a right-wing concern. Yes, it is inherently right-wing to be traditional. I don't see what it's got to do with white supremacy. I don't see why, I mean, all women of all races, historically, have fulfilled what we call the woman's role, which is to be the homemaker and the person who deals with the things after the man has brought them home. Right, the man, right from the earliest days, the man brings home a giant kill or something, and the women are the ones who deal with things. They're the ones who distribute things, and that's the men's job. That's why men pay child support now. It's the man's job to bring home resources, and it's the woman's job to distribute them, and somehow that's white supremacy? I don't really think so. I think it might just be traditional gender norms, so I guess we can just file this under conservative. But like I said, I can see why she's concerned about that.
Skinny talk and diet culture. While this starts as fitness routines and feeling your best, it's a slippery slope to assigning moral superiority to thinness, which then can slide pretty quickly into eugenics.
Into eugenics? So, right, okay. It is morally superior to be thin. Right, it's just factually true. If you're concerned about people's health. I guess we've already thrown Make America Healthy Again under the bus as being fascist. But it is better under all circumstances to be of a normal weight than to be morbidly obese. Now, on the other side of that, it is of course bad to be anorexically thin. Obviously that's not good for you. Having a normal diet that regulates your body weight to something approximating a healthy BMI is a good thing, categorically, under all circumstances. Being dramatically underweight is bad, being dramatically overweight is bad, and this is both a practical and moral judgment. How that gets to eugenics, I'm actually not very sure. So eugenics is the science of, well, breeding for particular traits. But nobody is saying, or at least not that I've ever heard, that we should breed thin people and prevent fat people from breeding or anything like that. I mean, I've never heard this. I don't know where this arrives. I don't even think fascists want to do this. Although, I don't know, maybe they do. But it's certainly not the alt-right pipeline to take care of yourself and try to lose a bit of weight and stay in shape. I don't think that's actually eugenics. However, imagine saying to women, look, I know you want to be thin and attractive, but have you considered that basically you're nearly a Nazi? Now, again, why are you stigmatizing the natural things that women want? I would like to be slim and beautiful, please, say women. Oh, okay. Well, I'm afraid you're not allowed. Or if you want that, that's an intrinsically right-wing thing. You should want just as much to be a massive, bloated whale whom nobody can stand to look at. Right? Why is your political position the normalization of that? Like, how is that good for women? How is that good for anyone? And that's the lowest, like, worst common denominator you could possibly ask for, is let's all be disgusting and fat. And the thing is, she obviously doesn't apply this standard to herself. She's not disgustingly fat. She obviously takes care of herself. Like, there's a thesis that much of leftist women's activism is about sabotaging other women. It's intrasexual competition. It's about making sure that they lose out on opportunities that these women are getting. And it's very interesting when you watch an attractive young woman who is a radical leftist, so herself, none of these categories apply to, say to other women, presumably who are not in the condition that she is in, and who might need to do the things that the right wing would suggest that would produce the results that would put them in the same category as her, say, no, you're not allowed to do that because that would be fascist. It's like, oh no, aren't you? I mean, you are blonde-haired, blue-eyed. I think she's blue-eyed. Like, just saying.
Homesteading and homeschooling. And listen, I have a carrot tattoo, so while gardening, being closer to our food sources, and taking a hands-on role in your child's education is great, it can quickly lead to mistrust in institutions. Overall, a mistrust in public schooling, like public schooling isn't good enough, just lead to classism, racism. I feel this is extra important because of the attacks on the Department of Education right now. This problem is just going to get worse.
Sorry. Has the Department of Education done such a good job? Is American education superb? What happened to that goddamn, like, I can't remember the name of the film, but there's a film clip where the students are talking to the professor, and the press is like, America isn't the best country in the world, we're like 75th in education, we're 67th in life expectancy, blah, 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 blah. The Department of Education is part of that problem, isn't it? Like, education in America clearly has not got better since the Department of Education. And saying, well, they're acting like the Department of Education is not good enough. No kidding. Yeah, it seems like a terrible abomination that's destroying your educational standards, hence this woman, and saying, oh, well, this is classism and racism. It's like, okay, maybe an education is classism and racism, but it's also good to have an education. And again, it's like there's no trust in institutions. Sorry, when did we commit to an unflappable trust in the divine guidance and objective of the institutions? If the institutions are crap, we should be able to objectively be able to identify that by the metrics, which, let's be fair, judging by American education, I think we can do that. And I'm not saying anything about British education. It's no better, trust me. But judging by, like, the standard of American education these days, compared to if you go back 100 years and look at the test papers, both Britain and America, of the kind of questions that kids used to answer, you can see there's definitely been a decline. And I think a lot of it is down to this blind, unwavering trust in the institutions. No, sorry, if the institutions suck, then I think that it's perfectly reasonable to say that they suck. If you're worried about the quality of your food, if you're worried about the quality of your education, you think, no, I could do a better job for my children, then, okay, that's anti-governmental, but why is left-wing women's philosophy incredibly pro-government? Like, treating the government like some sort of god, treating the institutions as if they are descended from heaven by the Lord on high himself. The God of the Israelites has given the 12 tablets. I can't remember how many tablets it was that he gave Moses. 2 tablets to Moses with the 10 commandments on it. And these commandments are, thou shalt establish the Department of Education. Thou shalt establish. Like, why are we acting like these are divine? They're not. They're crap. And if they're crap, they just need to be scrapped and remade. Something new can spring up in their position. And until that day, do it yourself if you can do it better. And I bet a lot of people can do it better.
New Age spirituality, tarot, crystals, all that kind of stuff. Make sure the people selling you your crystals aren't... Make sure, I'm passionate about this, make sure the people selling you your crystals aren't QAnon people.
Oh, I love it, right? Not that the crystal stuff is all nonsense. Obviously, crystals don't have magical properties or anything like this. No. That's all fine. Take that for granted. What you don't want is the person who believes this magical woo-woo to be someone who believes in QAnon as well. Because there's a huge amount of overlap, apparently. Because QAnon... I mean, I don't even know what QAnon believe, to be honest. I can't mount defense of them or critique of them. Because it's something about trusting a plan. But I don't know what the plan is. I don't know where the plans come from. And I just don't understand QAnon. But, I mean, like, I've seen QAnon people online. And, okay, they're a bit bonkers, but they don't seem evil. They don't seem like, they're not Nazis or something. You see them talking about the globalists, but rarely do they make that ethnic. You know what I mean?
Once I spent like $200 in a crystal store, and then I went home and looked at the shop and realized that she was like a Great Awakening weirdo. This is all anti-Semitic conspiracy whack job bullshit.
Where did that come from? QAnon is, I mean, again, I might be wrong, but as far as I've seen, QAnon isn't anti-Semitic. It's just kind of bonkers. So, and again, you don't want the anti-Semitic conspiracy whacked or BS when you're buying your crystals. What you want is the progressive wacky conspiracy BS when you're buying your crystals to do whatever it is you do with crystals.
And it's rampant in the spirituality space. There's a lot more. I could do this all day, but last one, soft life living and like feminine energy. While there's some important conversations here around rejecting hustle culture and rest, this quickly leads to ideas about women needing to submit to their husband, back to these really traditional gender roles.
Amazing. So again, she's a very feminine woman, you can tell. So she's clearly not like, wearing her fingers to the bone or something. And women who are like, yeah, actually, I don't want to be competing with men because I'm not a man, and men are by nature better equipped for competition, especially when it comes to the tolerance for working long hours and grinding through things. A lot of women just don't. They're not up for that, and I totally understand why they wouldn't be up for that. A lot of men aren't up for that. But now, I know that you wanted to knock off early on a Friday afternoon, but have you considered patriarchy? Have you considered that this is a gender role? And to be honest with you, ladies, I'd just be like, yeah, you know what it is, and I'm fine with it because I'm tired. I'd like to go home, have a nice bath, buy some of my natural, clean living bubble baths, enjoy a crystal healing therapy session, and let my husband worry about paying some bills or something. Seriously, like, look at what she's saying. You can't enjoy the things, and some of them silly, some of them fair enough. The silly things, as far as I'm concerned, as a man, though, like, you know, the things that women like, they're just little women's things. If you enjoy these things, well, you're on the road to becoming the patriarchy, fascism, alt-right, whatever it is. Because you've got to stay woke, you've got to stay radicalized, you've got to stay on the Democrat plantation where you literally worship the institutions, work all day, every day, and don't get the things you want. Trust me, as a woman who clearly does all of these things, trust me, if you've got to just not do them, or just be very critical when you do them, which honestly sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it? You know, just live your lives, just enjoy yourselves. Don't worry about being radicalized into woke ideology as she's trying to keep you. Just be the person you want to be.
I'm glad I have no fucking life force.